Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. Well, that last run was cool and all, but I really wish they'd give more of the new expansion cards. You'd think that for a while after the expansion came out, they'd just do something like rig it where one of the 3 card slots will always provide a card from the new expansion. So why not do that? I don't understand. But anyway, here are my choices. Warrior, Paladin. We're gonna go Mage.
Magic will prevail.
I haven't done Mage in a while. I want to be maging. Okay, Fallen Hero is an easy choice on this row. It's both new and awesome. Double damage hero power. It's a really good 4-mana play. Fallen Hero, spend 2 mana, shoot something for 2. Get gas. I want $1 on Aspirant or the Chillwind Yeti. Yetis don't seem to be as strong anymore. I don't know why. I haven't figured out exactly what the thing is, but they don't feel as good as they did when the game first came out. Now, a lot of other good things have come out, but it's not that. It's more, I think, there are something about the cards that are out now. 5 damage is easier to put together than it used to be. It's less often that he's getting, that it takes a lot of work to get rid of him. I think I'm going to go with the Aspirant because he's newer, but also, I don't know, hopefully I can get some spells and do some crazy spell damage stuff. Spell Singler, I hate you. I am so not choosing you. Even though you're a 3/4 for 3 and I love those, and you give me a card. You give my opponent a card, so screw you. I'll take the Maiden. It's fine. I wouldn't prioritize her with all classes, but even without the combos and stuff, as a mage, it's just cool to be able to shoot things for 1. That is not a horrible power. 4/6 is at least survivable. It's not like a great minion if you don't have any combos, but still decent for the arena. Ardent Horse Rider is pretty good. I think we're going to take the Acolyte of Pain, because I'm a mage, and it's easy card drawing later on. So that's it. Take the Arcane Intellect and just draw 2 cards. The Medic. Medic has 8 hit points. It takes a fair amount to kill it. And it's every time I shoot something, I restore 2 health. But let's give it a try. It'll be interesting. Clockwork Knight would be good if I had a bunch of mechs, which so far I don't know how many mechs I'm gonna have. It's gonna be less because I'm probably not gonna pick him. I mean, 5/5 for 5 is perfectly okay, but I think the Frostbolt is more essential to victory. Ice Barrier, not essential to victory. Another Aspirant or the Heckler. The Heckler is really good. I think I'm actually gonna take that because I don't have any taunt yet. It's good to have some taunt. He's a very aggro taunt. He's not that durable, obviously, which is why for 5 mana he was a piece of crap when he was Goblin whatever guy. We've abolished his name because he's a card that is no longer ever going to be played. Owl or Champion? I don't have any big fat stuff yet. I guess we'll take the Champion. Although Owl would also be good. Do I want multi-medics? I don't know. I kind of like the it's the mech keyword that makes this guy good, not the death rattle. I would like him better, I think, without the death rattle. Although, as a mage, I might get some stuff that gives... I'm more likely than most to get some stuff that cares every time I cast a spell or something like that. But I think I'm going to take him over the medic for, fighting. I need stuff that can fight. You go with the spare parts. I mean, you would also go with spare parts, but you're expensive. I want to try and swing that. I don't have that many spells yet. I'm going to go with the Teacher, because it's much better if you just don't happen to get spells to go with it. Volcanic Rake is cool. We're going to take Dark Iron Dwarf, because he's awesome. I have, 1 mech, so I don't think Tinkertown Technician is in. Let's take the Mana Worm. Early play, hopefully get more spells. Boulder Fist Ogre would be good for fighting. On the other hand, I do need more sort of 2-mana good things, which are these guys. Actually, as a mage, I should take the Berserker. As a non-mage, I would almost certainly take the Killblade Stalker. He's a much better 2-mana play, unless you're a mage or a warrior, pretty much. But as a mage, I can shoot him and make him a 5/2 if I'd prefer. 2 good late-game options. 2 very, very different late-game options. Just cost less mana. But he blows things up. He is the latest of late game. He is only coming out late game. This could be cast earlier in the game if I was doing poorly and needed the hep points. It would be good for that. Let's take the Kraken. Whatever. Unleash the Kraken. Dragon's Breath. I'm not a huge fan of this. I'd rather just have a Fireball. Take a Noitron. He will come out and do stuff. Dragons I do not have. Kraken's not a dragon, eh? Yeah, didn't think so. So I've got no dragons, so you are not going to be, instead of being an okay fire elemental guy, you're just going to be like a bad guy. So we're going to take Duplicate for sure. You can do awesome things with Duplicate. Mirror Image would be handy for spell-based stuff, but I guess we'll take the Apprentice. Hope we get some more spells. I would like Boulder Fist Ogre, but I'm going to take the Frostbolt, because Frostbolts give you a lot of control. It's not only is it a good, easy way to blow up small minions, but since it also helps contribute to just damaging, whittling down and blowing up big minions, and it stops big minions from attacking, it's just so flexible and good. And it can hit your opponent, like, the hell. You're not very good. You are terribad. You're so bad they printed a version of you that just has extra stats. And it's still not great. Tidehunter's pretty good, though. Wow, it really wants me to try for the Inspire combo. I mean, I've got a Fallen Hero to double up my damage. I've got the Lady, the Maiden of the Lake, to make my ability cheaper. And I could either get him, and let me use my ability twice per turn, or the Drake, use my ability any number of times per turn. As much as I'm kind of looking for 2-cost guys, I have some now. I'm doing okay in the 2-cost area. I don't need to prioritize that anymore. Crowd favorite's interesting, but I don't think I have that much Battlecry compared to normal, whereas the Drake is a 6/6 for 6, so even if I don't get to abuse this thing, it's still pretty good, and I'm going to abuse this thing, I'm sure. Flame Strike is awesome. Flame Strike is awesome. Oh, Blast Mage is awesome, but I don't have that many mechs. You know what? I have a couple mechs, but as a 5/4 for 4, he's not that bad anyway. So I'm just going to take, I don't like the rest of the row that much. He's an easy choice in that row, even without the mechs. Ogre Brute fights well. I could get another Aspirant to try and boost my spell damage. And I don't have that, well, I've got 2 Flame Strikes. They don't necessarily need the spell damage as much, and he's too expensive to, like, Geomance or Flame Strike, you know. Frostbolts, I've got a couple. I don't have that many spells that are doing the damage, though, so I don't think I need to prioritize that as much. As interesting, though, he is. I think the Flame Lance is a better choice, because I don't have Fireballs, I don't have Polymorphs. This will just let me blow up something bad that I don't like. Of course, it's 8 damage only to minions, you can't hit the players. Do I want another Kraken, which is super late game, or another Heckler, which would give me a little bit of taunt, and he's fairly aggressive. The deck's pretty, like, mid-range fighting sort of stuff. With the 2 Flame Strikes, Coldera Drake, and these 2 guys, I could use a little bit more late game, but I feel like a lot of my mid-game stuff would be okay late game, and he sort of fits that bill. He will come out and taunt things. I think I'm going to take him just for cast ability. Okay, we have the Recruiter, who is interesting. I mean, you get a 5/4, and then every time you use your hero ability, he gives you a cheap, like a 1-mana 2/2 in your hand. Blood Knight, meh. Echo of Medivh, though, is amazing. This is just going to give me more minions. I have some control over it. I don't have combos with it, like worth a damn, but we're going to take this anyway, because Echo. I need to just, like, craft those or something, because I don't have those for real. I don't have any silence. I don't have that much removal for a mage, but I can swing some with the Frostbolts, the Fallen Hero, and of course I have the Flame Strikes, which are great. Mirror Image, I mean, it combos with the Mana Worm, but Mana Worm, the Violet Teacher, but I really don't have that much that cares about just casting spells. I'm probably better off with another one that can actually fight. And this thing rarely lives long enough. Like, it'd be awesome if it did, but making minions cost less is pretty sweet. I have a lot of 4-cost stuff. So playing her turn 2 and turn 3 playing a 4-cost guy would be awesome. How often is it going to work out? I don't know, but I don't have that many spells for her either. Let's take the Pine Size, why not? Of course, I'm not taking Matter Bomber because he's a random asshole. Use of Sergeant is really good, and I have tons of minions trying to kill things. I have so much 4-cost stuff. I do not have a lot of, like, cheap stuff like this. But I do have to have something out and alive to be able to kill something with him. The Polymorph can get rid of much larger problems. I better take the Polymorph. I'm tempted by that Sergeant, though, seriously. If I had more mechs, this guy would be an easy choice, because he's amazing. But I don't. I think I'm going to take the Unstable Portal, because sometimes it just randomly wins you the game. And there's a Mage deck, so I am lacking some, like, straightforward damage. But I have a fair amount of good stuff. Deck is heavily concentrated in the 2 and 4 casting cost bands, which is not a bad way to be, as far as mana curve is. I'm not sure if I have enough big, fat late game things, but I feel like I have so much medium game strength, like mid-game strength. Medium game sounds stupid. I have so much mid-game strength that I'm hoping it will carry me through, that I will at least be putting out something decent sized every turn, and being a mage is a pretty good advantage.
You asked for it.
Although I'm going to get a lot of this, like, all 4-cost all the time junk. You are not needed at the start, I don't think. I am going to pitch you and hope I draw some cheaper things. I'm not going to get... I should have got rid of the Yeti too, actually. I have so much 4-cost stuff, there's no shortage. Yeah, that was... Keeping the Yeti was dumb. I have lots of 2-cost things in here, but I'm going to have an incredibly slow start and die. I think about a third of my deck is 2-cost, or so. Maybe only a quarter? The quarter's not great. Okay, she could be a problem, but she's not, like, actively killing me right now. I'm going to shoot her. Because I'm giving my opponent a hit point, though. She's gonna die eventually. Oh, man, I really need to draw... I don't have any 3-cost minion... Oh, man. I am so screwed. My opponent is also playing slow. But he may also have, like, Shield Slam, which would allow him to blow up my stuff. Okay, well now I can blow her up. It's very expensive though, but I mean, if I don't, I'm gonna take more damage and give my opponent more armor, so having nothing better to do with the turn, like just fire blasting her, is not ideal most of the time. I didn't know I was gonna draw a Frostbolt, but I knew that whatever I was gonna kill her with was gonna be something that did less than 4 damage, so I might as well there. Alright, let's get this going. I probably should have put this out to just try and start building up spell power, but it seems unlikely to make that much difference. I have 1 Frostbolt left. This thing usually doesn't need extra damage. And the Flame Strikes are going to be so much later. This guy is just like all armor all the time. I don't know for what purpose. Flame Strike is good though. I could put this out and shoot something, but it's not really a priority right now. I've just got to take advantage of the fact that my opponent's not playing stuff, because when he starts playing stuff, it's probably going to hurt. Like, he has so many cards. He has hardly played anything. He's just been sitting around armoring up, which makes me think he has probably a very late game sort of deck. Or I guess maybe he's just going for a combo, I don't know. So he's softening him up so that next turn he can kill both of them. I think, yeah, this guy unfortunately gets killed by that, and this guy will still die. So I think this is the turn to drop a Duplicate. I mean, I could just put him out and do a bunch of damage. I don't think that's helping me so much, though. Duplicating one of these guys would be pretty good. All your armor. Okay, get some spell power that he will so never live to use. 1 spell damage. I feel like... Okay, it does have... The spell damage tooltip says your spell cards deal an extra 1 damage. If that updates when you give him more... Okay. Okay, now I have an army of steam-powered Yetis. They are going to give my opponent spare parts, which is not good, but... It's some stuff. So you're going to spawn 1/1s with your Inspire. That's not so bad. Ooh, neat. Not right now, though. I was wondering if I should just play this on it. This is probably a waste, but I think I'm going to need that mana a lot. I think I'm going to actually just buff him. I don't have any spell combos in my hand. I don't have that many in my deck. I'm just worried he'd drop like the 5-attack weapon and kill this or something. I mean, that's fairly unlikely, even though it's a basic card, but he's definitely going to take some damage as he kills stuff. Okay, that's why he's been playing this way. He's going passive because he had Frost Giant. Seems reasonable. I'm going to blow its face off with Flame Lance. Flame Lance, the anti-giant card. So if I play this first, this is going to cost 4 mana. I would have 2 left to shoot something. That's pretty good.
Someday I'll be just like you.
This is targeted, is not random. Lance that guy like a boil. So, do you have more giants, or was that your whole plan? If you have more giants, I would be a little bit more impressed. I mean, you've got tons of cards because you haven't been playing them, so I guess that's okay for you. But your strategy of, I will get out a giant and then win, not sufficient. Ow. I'm just going to freeze the Yeti and kill her. That is weird. See, I would have done it the other way. I would have frozen her and killed the Yeti, because... Oh, no, wait, it doesn't matter. The 1 damage still wouldn't have killed her, so... I was thinking of softening her up for that, but it wouldn't actually soften her up. So I now have this combo. Now, that is dependent on her staying alive, but we're going to see what I can do if I just drop the Heckler, the Maiden, and because she makes my ability cheaper, I can shoot him for 1. Now, the funny thing is, he can kill the Heckler. These 2 should survive that, unless he's got something else going. Unless he, like, executes her or something, I should be able to go Goldara Drake and quad Fire Blast, which would be awesome. Use your hero ability any number of times per turn. Make your hero ability cost 1. Oh, yeah. But at this point, I have answers to everything. If he plays a lot of stuff, I Flame Strike it. If he plays something big, North Sea Kraken could probably help handle it. I am in a relatively good position. In fact, I might even not want to do this unless he plays things that I can kill with that well, because this might be a better play. Oh, damn it. Annoying. Because now he can kill this. This is going to work out pretty poorly, actually. Unless I get a freeze ray. Poking field. That is not a freeze ray. Huh. So I could shoot him for 4 and then 1, which is not enough. I would basically, it looks like to kill him, I'm going to have to use her, like, suicide her, unfortunately. I could play this, shoot him 4 times, and then have her die. Yeah. And I don't see any way around it if I want that thing dead. So, even though I could cloak her afterwards if it was something else, but I need her 2 damage. So I guess I'm just going to Kraken it. Counter Kraken. Shoot you for 1 for the hell of it. That bites, because it would have been so nice to make it work with the Drake. It would have also been nice to echo her, so I'd have an extra copy of the combo or something like that, but you gotta play the game that's there, and I think me having a Kraken and him not having a Kraken is probably the best way to deal with that situation. So he's not as exciting now. Sure, I can use my ability twice, but that costs 4 mana to do 2 damage. It is very flexible and good. It's good for card advantage, but it's not as exciting as the combo where every mana crystal is a point of damage to whatever the hell I want.
What now?
Oh well. You're gonna do something one of these days. Look what I did to your statue. You must choose. You're running out of time. Or you can choose to do nothing. And I will beat your face in with a kraken. You probably want to execute it, but you may not have an execute, because it's the arena, and all this stuff is random. And he would also need a way to damage it first. Or he may have just AFK'd out and decided he's tired of it. Okay then. What? He's still there? Maybe he just had lag, I don't know. I'm gonna save him, even though it's a waste of his power. Yeah, I could have shot twice, but I'd rather have more guys out. It's gonna be even harder for him to come back, and whatever he puts out next turn, I could do this, and then trigger the Blast Mage. And it doesn't matter, even though he moved cards around like he's still there, he appears to be gone. I don't know what was going on there, but I win. So yeah, he's making me look good, but his plan was to turtle up until he could get out that giant early. And since I had an answer for the giant, fortunately, I don't have a lot in here, but since I did have an answer for the giant, it didn't leave him with much. He must have had stuff he could cast, but he was just sitting there where suddenly he had a handful of cards, but not enough mana to do the things that I assumed he wanted to do, and that was not great for him. But anyway, this seems like a decent deck. I'm sure we'll start figuring out what the flaws are, apart from that incredibly slow start I had, next time. If you like this, please click the eponymous button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonet Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.